request 26.
No. No.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Focus on Liberia. This is a special Wednesday midweek edition of Focus on Liberia. We are in conversation with Mr. Emmanuel Wapo and his wife, Lois Wapo. Both of them lost their son, Moses Harris, 25 years old. And this happened in December when, according to the police, he had a brief encounter with them, ran and jumped in the cold Congo River, and his body was found 77 days later. The grieving parents are here. They are crying for justice, and that's what we are here tonight. Again, so let me go back to that story. So your information as to what truly occurred came from that officer video for 10 seconds. And in that 10-second video, you were saying Moses was on his knees, and the officer said something, and Moses started running, and that was it.
Yeah.
Yes. That was it.
So in that video, nobody saw Moses jumping in the river.
No.
There's no video. Up to today, we have requested the police department to show us the video that showed Moses jumping into the water. There's no video. And the officer, according to the commissioner, they called K9, they called the fire service, and we asked them to see the entire video of what assistance was afforded Moses. There's no video to the effect. They do not want to show us anything. We asked for the police report. The police report is not forthcoming.
And how deep is this river where Moses allegedly or reportedly jumped? How deep is that? How deep is it? Let me show that river again.
This is the Concord River where the police claimed that Moses jumped on the morning of December 19 at about 2:30 a.m. when he had a brief encounter with an unknown police officer that led to his disappearance and death. So we are here seeking justice for Moses Harris.
So my question is, describe this river to me, and if Moses got in it, let's say he did, what will happen to him? How deep is it?
It's a running river. It runs throughout the year, but it's a tributary to the Merrimack River. The Merrimack River is the largest river within the Merrimack Valley, and the Congo River is a little tributary to the Merrimack River. And the river is not very deep. At where we were standing, the river is not deep or going downward. Up there is a little shallow. And what they did not do for us is to take us to the exact location of where the incident happened.
Up to
now, they have not taken us to the exact location. They told us the incident happened on 850 Lawrence Street in Lowell, Massachusetts, or 01852. So we went there in the parking lot, and then we were able to follow the Concord River. But watching the video, you see Moses walking down from the parking lot and running down that way. But there's no video to show us
he jumped
into the river. They stopped the video to where Moses was running and the officers running after him. Whatever happened when the officer took off running after Moses, there's no video. There's no information.
No information.
According to the video, did you hear anything that would have triggered or see anything that would have triggered Moses to run?
Yes.
No
the
audio.
The officer has something in his hands. He has something in his hands pointed at Moses. So Moses stretched his hands, signaling like stop, and then Moses took off running. And the officer chases Moses. And the video went dark. We have asked them to provide us the entire video, and Lowell police claim that they do not have a body camera, and they also claim that their police van do not have a camera. The camera they obtained was the security surveillance camera from the apartment complex. So we wrote a letter to the Lowell Police Department requesting the video in entirety, because if it was the apartment complex video that you're showing us, That means when the incident happened, the apartment complex camera continued rolling. It didn't stop. So if you call the K9, you call the diver,
For the fire service.
you call the fire service, all of the assistants, you claim that you have forwarded Moses to assist him, who have been caught on camera. But there is no footage to show us that all of these assistants were afforded Moses. In fact, they have become so adamant, they do not want to answer any question from us. When we go protesting,
stop us from protesting.
they have stopped us from protesting. They built a barricade around the police headquarters and the city hall in Lowell that we can no longer go there to protest.
So what exactly are they saying that happened to him?
They think, I don't want to assume, but what they're saying, it's just another death of a black man.
He jumped in the river and that's it.
He jumped into the river and that's it.
And that's it.
Did Moses have any prior run with the law? Was he somebody that he knew, oh, it's him again or something like that? What was he like when it comes to the law?
Well, I will be frank with you in this one. Sometimes we human, we just choose the wrong partners. And he was always in the front of choosing the wrong partners. So every time there were girls who would jump on him for fight. And when they jump on him for fight, they call the police on top of it. Every time you went for to ask them to explain, they always wrong him. But because he would not hold back, the police will always take him. So other than in the fight with girls, there was no other problem with the police.
I'm really, really sorry. So now, as of today, were you able to, first of all, were you able to see the body, or was there any autopsy to tell the cause of death?
The autopsy, according to the medical examiner, the first thing is when Moses' body was found on March 7 in Hanover, they refused for us to identify Moses' body.
What do you mean?
Normally when body is discovered, parents of the deceased
or family
of the deceased or whosoever, or the next of kin are allowed to go and identify the body. But in our case, we were denied.
Why?
On the ground that it was their policy. So I wrote an official letter to the medical examiner office so that they could make available the policy for me so that I can see it in black and white.
Yeah.
That it is a policy. So to this date, that is yet to happen. They declined to respond to my mail. I contacted the Attorney General of the state of Massachusetts.
Mm-hmm.
She did not reply. I contacted the governor's office because the governor is the employer of the medical examiner. The governor did not reply. So I went to our senior and junior senators and complained. And then Senator Elizabeth Warren and Senator El McKee offices said they were going to intervene. Senator Warren called and said, let me make 1 or 2 calls. She called back and said,
they say it's their policy.
They say it's their policy. So I said, Senator, with all due respect, can they show me a link? Can they show me anything where I can go and read for myself to articulate where it is stated? That did not happen.
No way.
So we did not identify Moses' body. They called us so that we can give them Moses' dentist report. And I told them until I go to identify, I was not going to give the dentist record. Later on, they said they contacted the dentist and they got the record, so it's a match. In fact, the first thing they told us was they identified Moses from his tattoo because he had 2 tattoos on his left and right arm. On his right arm, he has the face of Jesus with a rose and that. And then they did not identify. They did not allow us to identify him. So
and then they said, what's for autopsy?
They said they did the autopsy. The autopsy report is what we have been struggling with since December 8th, the day the autopsy December 8th.
March 8th.
March 8th, the day the autopsy March 8th. And they said they were going to give us the autopsy after 90 days. That has been a fight.
In the first place, preliminary report should have been given. We were also denied that. They did not give us the preliminary report. So 90 days, no report. We call everywhere for whoever could help us to talk to them. The report did not come. After 120 days, we are still waiting for the report to come out.
So on the unofficial death certificate, the cause of death is unknown.
Is that normal? I mean, I'm not familiar with this thing, but is it normal for someone who they claim jump in the river and then you don't have autopsy?
No,
it's not.
Every parent who I know lost their children, I was told that preliminary report can be given, and then after 90 days, you get your report. You get the final report. But not with our kids. Our kids, they told us, in fact, if the DA does not give the go ahead to release the report, we cannot even, get the report. We have to be writing here, writing there, calling Air Marquis, the senator, calling everywhere, calling all over the place, just to obtain a report for my son. If you tell me he jumped in the river, you claim I should be able to see something that's telling me what was the cause of his death. And you have the power because you are trained in that area. You should be able to tell me what happened to him. And why are you holding on to the report to tell me what happened to him? Is it fair? You treat me like it does not matter. We, as family, we do not matter as well.
Is this not normal for police to do this? What do you think your case is different?
Whatever happened to Moses that night, they're trying to block back their brother in blue.
Yes.
Because there is more questions than answers. Because the name of the police officer is not known.
It's yet to be known.
What happened that night, the entire story is yet to be known.
Yes.
When we filed a complaint to the court for the Release of Information Act, they should have given us the report. They deny us the report. And then based on that, the court ordered them to give us the report. They gave us some flimsy sheet of paper, heavily redacted, that make no sense.
No.
So we went back and requested a report in its entirety. And they have built another stone wall. Because what they give us is not authenticated. No one signs it.
Wow.
Besides, the name of the police officer is not there.
There's no basic.
Where the location of where the whole thing, happened is not there. So why are you giving me? Does that make sense? If you are not hiding anything, you should put all the information that I needed to be on the paper. But what are you hiding? What are you hiding?
Do you have any lawyer who's working on this?
We are still looking.
We're looking for one. So we are appealing to our brothers and sisters who are viewing this tonight. Whatever means they can help us to come out to
just whatever it takes.
So that
Moses needs justice.
So that Moses can obtain justice.
Justice. Whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. Whatever it takes.
Justice for Moses Harris. The parents are crying. Louis and Emmanuel, they lost their son. Police claim he ran in the Congo River where he possibly drowned, but they have not been able to get the autopsy report to tell them the cause of death. Neither were they able to call them to identify the remains of their son. But Moses, the this happened, and according to the parents here, the body was found 77 days after he was reportedly drowned. We see there the funeral taking place at Christ Jubilee right there in Lowell, Massachusetts. This is a very, very sad story, heartbreaking. Our condolences to the family. So since this happened, has you telling me that no lawyer has been involved at all? And why is that? Is it because of money? Are you calling people and nobody's taking the case, or you can't afford it? What's the issue?
We're trying to get to lawyers, but before then there was nobody. So lawyers were not interested in taking the case. There was nobody. There's no document that someone can review. So people are kind of a little adamant. We contacted a couple of lawyers, and no one is forthcoming to come to take it. So we're still looking out there. So if anybody know a lawyer that can be of our help, we are here and we need help.
And they said Moses' job. They claim he's a suicider, and he's not. Because the first thing, Moses never liked water. He's like me, never liked water. Okay? There's a pool right in my backyard. Moses never went in the water. He would just play with the water and say it's a blue water. Moses never went. But because they claim he's a suicider, that's the reason why I think some lawyers don't want it. But I want some lawyers to just look into the case. There's something you can look into and find something there to work with. I'm appealing to every lawyer that has work and has an experience. Please look into this case, because there's so many things you can have to work with in this case. If he's a suicider, we need to find out. So please take this case and look into it.
Wow. So they are claiming that he committed suicide by going to the river.
Yes. And I know he's not. He never did it.
Here is a story on and the Low Mass. That's a story that from the WCVB. It reads here: the family and friends of Massachusetts man are demanding answers in his missing person case 2 weeks after he was last seen getting into the Congo River as police were attempting to question him. Approximately 100 people held a vigil and protest in Low Saturday in honor of 25-year-old Moses Harris, who disappeared on December 19. Low police say Harris had an altercation with his girlfriend on the day he went missing. Surveillance video shows police officers approaching Harris that night as police planned to arrest him. According to police, Harris was wanted on domestic and vandalism charges at the time the video was taken. After attempting to get him back in his car or onto the ground, officers pull out a stun gun. That is when Harris is seen running towards the Congo River in the surveillance video, and it was the last time he was seen. That's the story in the newspaper. It doesn't add up to me. It's like the video doesn't give much, and people are using the video now to say, really, that's the story. Why is the police holding back, or why is the authority in Lowell, Massachusetts not forthcoming with information?
Because they did not do the due diligence to Moses. They know what it is.
If the police of Lowell had done their due diligence, Moses would be here with us today.
So since then, you've been having, you say you were having demonstration. There's a video here I want to play. Let me see what I can get. I can get this to play. Tell me what's going on in this video.
Okay, there's a protest, a peaceful protest going on. Some community members are coming together to demand the footage, the entire footage of what happened on December 19th. And the police are now adamant. They build a barricade around the police headquarters, the police station, and the city hall for us to not be able to have access to go into the compound. So that's what is going on. People are the community coming together, requesting the police to release the footage. That's what's going on in that video.
And that's the community who was at that protest.
We have there's a group, there's an association here called Cage Community for. Cage is the one helping us. It's an activist community. They are helping us to organize the protest. And then during the protest, we have another group called Solidarity Low. They help to provide beverages for the protesters. And those are the people helping us in this fight for justice for Moses.
From the photos I see there, it look like it doesn't matter. You see black, white, Hispanic, everybody's there.
Yeah.
Everybody's there.
Everybody come. Since Moses went missing on December 19th, since December 26th, every Saturday we have gone at the police station requesting. So since December 26th, every Saturday,
requesting the name of the police officer, the full police report, and then the entire footage from the scene when this whole thing happened. Those are our 3 demands to the police station, but those are not things that were ever given.
Is that protest still ongoing, or because the police barricaded, has that stopped?
Well, they stopped us from marching through the streets, and which of course I don't see why they should stop us. The claim is because COVID has subsided. And then it's safety issue because there are many cars now running streets, many people. So there should, if we go in the street, there will be accidents and stuff. So they are claiming it's safety, but I don't know what would stop the First Amendment right that was given to anyone in the name of law police, telling us that it's because of so-called safety issues.
And they will not give us an official permit to protest.
Yeah. What has been the history of the low police when it comes to these kind of things?
It's been very bad. It's been very, very bad. Low, when the whole incident happened on December 27, 28, Moses' little brother wrote a petition and put it on Instagram, and one of the officers, the assistant commissioner of police, daughter read it on Instagram and informed her father. The father called my wife and said it has taken him 20 years
to build his character,
to build his reputation, his character with the low police. So no one is going to tarnish his character. So low police are more concerned about their character than finding out what happened to Moses.
Not just finding, but they care about their character than the life of my son. They value their character and do not value my son. And actually, I have heard from so many old ladies in this town that low police are accustomed to bearing everything, sweeping everything under the rug. And this have proven everything they said to me, because everything they're doing is to sweep under the rug. They do not care to call. I have to call before I talk to them. And since then, they never even called when the body was found. They never even, besides the day they came to tell us a body was found, nobody called yet to extend their condolences. When we went to the funeral, I did not see any police officer, nothing whatsoever. Nobody was there.
No one from the city.
Nobody from the city ever called us. They are so concerned about their name in law, about the name of law going, than the life of Black people. They don't care anything. But I know if this was a white person, they would have done something different.
Have you tried to reach out to these top Black lawyers like Ben Crum or R. Sharpton or any of those people who normally jump to cases like this?
I'm trying. We're trying.
We send communication out. We got a write-out we send out, and we're trying everything we can. So if anybody listening, anybody viewing, who knows an avenue we can use, a channel we can use to get to any of these people, please help us. Please help us so that we can get to them, so that we can have justice for Moses. It's since December, the family have not been able to come to reckon with this thing.
No.
It's taking a serious toll on the family. And there are a lot of things that we should have been doing as a family. Everything is on hold.
Yes.
Because many nights, my wife and I want to go to bed. I have to talk her to bed. Some night, if she goes to bed early, it's 2:00. Yeah, if she goes to bed early, that's 2.
So stressful.
Sometimes, like last night, I literally talked her to go to bed by 4 this morning, just to have a rest. Every time she thinks about it, and it just breaks her down. And so anybody, we're here tonight asking the Liberian community, the entire world, anybody who can be of help to come and give us a hand so that we can have justice. For Moses, so that we have answers to those questions, to know what happened on the night of December 19th. So at least somebody can come out to say something to us. This is the life of a human being.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Let me play the video again, and after that, we're going to read some comments.
This is the Concord River where the police claimed that Moses jumped on the morning of December 19 at about 2:30 a.m. when he had a brief encounter with an unknown police officer that led to his disappearance and death. So we're here seeking justice for Moses Harris. It took 77 days for Moses' body to be recovered. We as a parent, we cried and cried, and the medical examiner and everyone refused for us to go and identify somebody until the body was turned over to us on March 19th. And we want you to join us in this cause so that the death of another Black man will not go unaccounted for.
Welcome back. This is Focus on Liberia. My guest, Mr. Emmanuel Wapo and Mrs. Louise Harris Wapo. They lost their son in Lowell, Massachusetts, and they are right here with me asking for justice. Let me, we have people viewing us. Let me show some of the comments from our viewers. Comedian D. Carter say, have my deepest sympathy. Bishop Lawrence Jackson, I'm watching from Lowell, Massachusetts. My condolences, family. He went missing or he jumped in the river. That's what they are saying. Marie Potter is asking which state that is in Massachusetts. Eugenia Ja, this is a sad and heartbreaking story. My condolences to the family again. Every parent was nightmare. Prince said this was a creek. Comedian D. Curtis said, were there any gunshot wounds on his body?
Wow.
And the second question there is, how far is the river from the apartment? Those are the two questions.
Okay,
it's closer. It's very close.
The apartment is close by. It's a luxurious apartment close by the river. But where the thing happened to, in the video, to the distance, the path that Moses took is over 300 meters. And in the 10-second clip, that they show from where Moses' car was parked to the river, it's over 300 meters. When we went there physically to see where Moses' car was parked to the river, it's over 300 meters. So in 10 seconds, he's not using boat. So there's no way he would have made the 300 meter in 10 seconds. In
no
10
way.
seconds.
Something else must have happened.
And then you answer this question before: did the family get a lawyer?
We're looking for one.
We're searching for one.
Have you guys contacted Benjamin Lloyd Crumb? And is it Benjamin Lloyd Crumb? Is an American attorney, so that's information of Benjamin Lloyd Crumb that
Thank you.
Prince
Thank you
is
so much.
sharing there.
Yeah.
Jackie Sai say, who is the representative or senator of the district or state? Why is the NAACP quiet?
I'm telling you. And we have reached out to almost everybody. Even the governor, I called crying for almost 10 minutes on his voicemail.
And
Everyone in this state, Attorney General, the governor office, the two senators, the DA, assistant DA, the Congress people, everybody knows about this. The entire state. And everybody quiet.
Prince said, do you have a YouTube video on air or on the life of your son? Something like that.
we do not have a YouTube video on his life. We have a YouTube video on. We have clips on the protest.
Instagram.
We have clips on the protest. We have clip on the visual, and just to get the story out there. So if you go on YouTube and you type Moses Harris, you will see clips on YouTube about Moses Harris, and even on Instagram, there are people who carry. Some of the protesters put the story on their Instagram page, just to make sure that the message get out there,
get across.
So anybody watching can get these messages and just spread it on your Instagram page, share it on your Twitter feed, so that we can continue sharing. The right person will hear it, and Moses will receive justice. Because right now, everyone have crossed their legs and just, it's like nothing happening in law.
Like nothing happened.
And since Moses went missing, 3 other people have gone missing, and there have been account for them. When Moses went missing, in Law is larger than Drakehead, and Law have more police than Drakehead. Another man went missing. Another man ran from the police and went, according to the police, and went into a pond, and that man was rescued. Alive. He had, according to the police, he had an altercation with his girlfriend. His girlfriend ran into the river. That man was rescued alive. So you can be the judge here. You can fairly guess what color he was.
Yeah.
He was rescued alive.
What has been the level of
5-year-old man? He was rescued alive. Another lady, according to the local police, they deployed the helicopter, but no one in the apartment complex heard the helicopter. No one heard the
fire service.
Because it is a very luxurious apartment. When anything of such going on, they send a light to the inhabitants of the apartment building to tell them that because of ABC reason. And in Law, when something happened, the Law police sent armor alert to all our phones. They gave it to the carrier in the area, and the carrier sent it to all of the phones. But for Moses Harris, there was nothing of such. Moses went missing. They informed us 12 hours later. And then 16 hours later, when mom called the police station and said, my son went missing, you said my son went missing. and there's no ammo allowed. And I'm on your website right now, on the Lowell Police website.
No information.
There's no information about my son. He said he went missing 2 a.m., 2:30 a.m.
In a frozen cold water. Yeah. You claim
in a frozen cold water, and now it is 6 p.m. in the evening, and there's no information about him. The officer said, we're going to have a press conference right now, and after the press conference, there will be a release, stating, but his name will not be there.
No.
So at 7 that evening on December 19th, it was when the police came up with a one page, 2 paragraph.
But somebody lied.
About stating that a low man ran from the police and went into the water. At 7, it was after mom has called them
and terrorized them
before they could release that information.
Yeah.
So what is it? So just from the onset, now mom been in the city for
15 years.
15 years. She been using the same number.
Same number.
And then how could you not get to her when her son went into the water?
And
after 12 hours. So what is it that you're trying to clean up? What is it that you're trying to hide before coming to inform the family?
Yeah.
So all of these are questions that we need answers for.
Yes.
Now, with all the help of the public out there, we will not be able to get answers.
No way.
Okay.
So we need your help, people.
What has been the level of support you're getting from your community, your local church, your community, the African community, the immigrant community, Cambodian community? In Lowell, what is that support that you're getting?
To be honest with you,
no.
We're getting support from the opposite community.
From the white community.
We're getting more support, more solidarity from the white community.
And white community from Boston, from Lane, from Marlboro. Those are all people that come from other cities, from Concord. They come from out to come to Lowell to protest. And everybody in Lowell will be sitting at their houses. I send out memo all the time. I send out information stating we need help with protests. We need help. And if people come out and let these police people know what they have done to us, they will say something, but people have to come from out. So maybe Lowell police think we are joking because they're all white kids, college kids that come out here to support us with the help of Cage, you know. So Cage, and then the college children that come out here to help us, and there's nobody from Lowell. Few people came out 1 or 2 Saturdays. I will be frank with you. Like I think 4 Saturdays, people from Lowell show up. People from Christ Jubilee, the pastor came out like twice to, you know, came in solidarity. And then few other people here and there from other churches look up to the word. They came out to support us from our church, Hope Community Christian Union Church. But in the continuation of the protest, it was all the college children, university children coming out here and the help of Cage and Low Solidarity. Yeah.
Mr. CSA, Mommy take heart, Justice will take its course. Prince also say, has there been a history of Moses wanting to take his own life? Has there been any of that history?
No way.
Never.
No.
So going forward, what I know you are trying, is there anything you going to do within the next few weeks, few months? What is it going to look like? What's the plan, and what you want the public to do to help?
We want the public to come in solidarity with us to share the story. Those that are online right now, share it on your whatever social media platform you have. Share the story, and then you can link us to whoever you know that can come and advocate on behalf of Moses Harris.
Yeah.
And stay in solidarity with us. Pray for us and pray for Moses so that Moses can obtain justice.
And when you say share the story, what exactly are they going to share? Is it like hashtag something trending, or what you want people to share?
All right. Hashtag justice for Moses Harris is on Instagram, and you can share it. You this broadcast right now, you can share the link of this broadcast so people will understand, they will know what is going on.
Of course.
Because if people do not hear the other side of the story, they won't know what is going on. All the police is doing is try to pin Moses and black.
As a suicidal.
So
He's not.
And he's not.
No.
Moses have never swam in his entire life.
No.
All the time he was on the face of this earth, he did not swim.
No.
Like mom said, we have a huge pool in the backyard. Moses, 2 little brothers, and I were playing a boys' day out. Moses we agreed to the schedule and everything. And Moses will shut his phone off on the day that we agree on. And then the next day he will call me and say, "Oh, Dad, I know you kept calling me yesterday, but I ain't coming there. I ain't like water." And then 2-3 days after, he will come and say, "Oh, Dad, can we get a pool ready?" I said, "Okay, let's get a pool ready." So this is the kind of person. So he didn't like water.
No.
So he did not jump in that water.
No.
So sorry. Let's conclude the broadcast. Is there anything else that you want to say? We're very, very sorry for the loss of your son, a young man, who lost his life at a time that, you needed him most.
Yeah.
We are very, very sorry for your loss. May you be comforted. And we hope that people watching this video will support the family, share the show, do your best to give them the help they need. And if you have your number now, you can share how people can reach out to you to be able to give you the support that you need.
978 398 8439. Yeah, that's the number.
978-398-8439. They can reach out to you to be able to assist in whatever way possible.
Yeah. And go
ahead, Mom. Starting with Mom, let's get your closing statement.
Yeah, in this slide, I just want to take this time to just say thanks to everyone for contributing towards the funeral for Moses. The GoFundMe was absolutely awesome. We were able to raise every penny we had to bury Moses. The funeral service and private autopsy was done, even though the state did theirs. But I just wanted to say the family did theirs too. We did ours. So thanks to everyone who contributed for that water cost. Thanks so much. And I just say, God bless you and God bless your family. Extending your hands over to our family.
Emmanuel, your last comments?
Yeah. Thank you to the entire community. We want to say thanks to all those who helped. We want to say thank you to Brother Jack. We want to say thank you to all the staff in studio, Voice of Liberia, and all of the Liberians who are listening. We want to say thank you. Even those who are not listening right now, we just want to take this time to say thank you, because when you receive it, you should be able to share it. And we are grateful for all of those who are coming around for your prayer, for your thoughts, for the messages, and the financial support.
Yes.
It's not easy, even just the phone call. Yeah. Some of you just call, and some people will just call to check, or some people will text to check up on us. Those calls and texts goes a long way, because sometimes they come just in time when the family is totally down. Yeah. So we want to tell you thank you for lifting up our spirit and lifting up our soul. Yeah. And thank to all those who are listening and watching right now.
And some people cook as well, sending to the family. So we just want to say thanks so much. Thank you.
This is the Concord River where the police claimed that Moses jumped on the morning of December 19 at about 2:30 a.m. when he had a brief encounter with an unknown police officer that led to his disappearance and death. So we are here seeking justice for Moses Harris. It took 77 days for Moses' body to be recovered. We as a parent, we cried, and the medical examiner and everyone refused for us to go and identify somebody until his body was turned over to us on March 19th. and we want you to join us in this cause so that the death of another black man will not go unaccounted for.
Thank you so much, Louis and Emmanuel. And once again, on behalf of Focus on Liberia, we say we are deeply sorry for your loss. May God bless you, and may the good Lord comfort you. And we encourage all our viewers to do your best to link the family with any help that they need, being a lawyer, and also call and identify with them and give them your support. On behalf of all of us here at Focus on Liberia, we want to say have a good and godly night. Bye bye for now.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
We all love you.